Okay, hello J.MAK students and welcome to summer school. We are excited to discover more sunny shores today with Soho Beach House Canuan and Maison and Hotel Siboué, specifically their beach club GypSea, and more exciting products there. For those that don't know me, I am Meg Crosby, hospitality personality at J.MAK based in Raleigh, North Carolina. You can always reach out to me and our team at hi@jmak.com for questions about any of our partners. And always be sure to check out jmak.com for the most up-to-date information. Today, after our both presentations, we will open the floor for a brief Q&A session. So feel free to type any questions that you might have in the chat or the Q&A bar, or feel free to raise your hand, however you want to do it. We do encourage you guys to reach out to any of our partners via the J.MAK email address found on their partner page on jmak.com. We continue with our summer school sessions. Next one is going to be August 8th and 9th. That's going to be Greek week, which will be a fun one. So we'll have Canabase Ia, our Mykonos properties, Blue Villas, joining us for that one. So thank you for your continued support. And without further ado, we are going to hop on down to St. Barths with Mathilde.
Yes, hello everyone. So I am Mathilde. I'm with an amazing company called Maison and Hotel Siboué. I'm personally based at the head office, so I'm in the French Alps at the moment, talking to you from Megève in the French Alps, not far from Geneva. That's the closest airport. And well, let me share my screen. Today I want to focus on our St. Barths properties. But first of all, maybe I wanted to give you so that you know who we are. Actually, the company is family owned. It's called Maison and Hotel Siboué, and it's just the name of our owners, Siboué. We're based in the French Alps, in Megève, so that's really the cradle of the company, and that's also because the Siboué family is originally from Megève, and we have a quite a wide choice of accommodation in here. Our flagship property called Les Fermes de Marie, that's one of our most famous property in France. Which is a 5-star hotel, which is a very unique property with it's like a hamlet of farmhouses, something very picturesque. We also have two 4-star properties, Hotel Mont Blanc and Lodge Park in Megève, and now we started to develop 2 years ago a collection of luxury chalets that we manage on an exclusive basis and offer all our 5-star hotel services. That's all our options in Megève. Now we also have properties that you may have heard of in the south of France, including La Bastide de Marie, which is our winery in Provence, very small boutique property, something very country style in the heart of the vineyards with only 14 bedrooms. Plus Les Propriétés du Domaine, located on the same estate, which are 2 private villas with hotel services. Then we have Saint-Tropez. So in Saint-Tropez, we have Villa Marie, which was actually the first Villa Marie. And we opened 5 years ago as the sister property of Saint-Tropez in St. Barths called Villa Marie. So the hotel that you see here called GypSea Hotel is actually currently called Villa Marie, but we're rebranding. So I'm going to tell you more about that. And we're going to also open villas next to the beach club. So I'm going to tell you more. So GypSea, as I told you, new name of Villa Marie. And actually, we're going to now talk only with only one brand, GypSea, with 3 different options. So the hotel, the GypSea Hotel, the beach club, that's already quite popular, and the new beach houses. So that will give more consistency to our brand. Under just one name, you'll have 3 different options. So here I have included a map where you can see where we have our different options. So the hotel is located in Colombier, which is on the western part of the island. You probably know that Saint Barths is a very small island. So basically when you arrive in Saint-Jean, it's only like 10 minutes drive to the hotel. We're close to Colombier, which is one of the most beautiful secluded beach that you can only reach hiking. So it's not really walking distance from any beach. You need to have your car. Like everybody has a car rental on the island. Even if you stay at the beach, you need a car rental on the island. People go out a lot, try different beach clubs and go out a lot. And then you have our two other addresses on the island located in Saint-Jean, which is one of the most active spots on the island with all the shops and beach clubs and restaurants. So different options. I will start with the hotel. So the hotel, as you understand, is located on the hills of the island. It's a very small, intimate boutique hotel, so a small gem on the hill, and has 17 bungalows plus 3 two-bedroom villas. The design is very unique, and that's again something that really set the hotel apart. It's like in every CBA property, the design is very special. There's a sense of place. In the Caribbean, of course, they created something very tropical, colonial, and colorful. So they love for each property to match with the location. We don't have any contemporary properties. It's always very well integrated to the environment. So as you can see on this picture, there's a lot of colors. We like to say that it's a little bit bohemian style, vintage, with hand crafted furniture in a very lush environment. So palm trees, all kinds of exotic plants. When you take your breakfast, you can see the turtles running, well, not running, but walking between the tables. So very exotic environment. And here on this picture, you can really see that the hotel is really built on the hill. So basically at the bottom of the hill, you have all the public spaces. And then you have all the bungalows, and the higher you go, the better the view, of course. And at the top of the hill, we have our 3 two-bedroom villas. If you don't want to walk to your bungalow or your villa, we have a golf course, of course, to take you from the public spaces at the bottom of the hill. A few room pictures. So this plantation bungalow is our entry room category. Lots of colors again. Good size, even for the entry room category. It's 430 square feet plus a little bit more than 100 outdoor space, 100 square feet outdoor space. Another example that's in like an intermediate room category with beautiful fabrics, palm trees. The room is actually called Palm Trees with these beautiful fabrics. It's great because it has like a huge outdoor space, also really overlooking the ocean. This one is a tropics bungalow. It's a little bit more colonial. And like all our bungalows, it has this outdoor space overlooking the ocean with great views. And at the top of the hill, villas. So that's one of our 2 master pool villas. So basically you have a huge lounge in the middle, plus the master bedroom that you can see here on the left, and another bedroom on the right, and private pool. Total size of this villa is 2,400 square feet. And these villas have the most panoramic views of the property, but also even maybe of the island, because it's actually one of the highest points of Saint Barths. So that's again one of the master pool villa, the master bedroom, widely open to the outdoor space and the view. In terms of dining, so our restaurant is called Dolce Vita. So you understand it's an Italian restaurant. So like bites for lunch by the pool, and for dinner something much more cozy and romantic in a very colonial atmosphere with very refined Italian food, of course. We have a small spa. We actually use Pure Altitude, which is a French brand that's also owned and developed by the Cibuet family. So at first, because the brand was born in the French Alps, the products are made with mountain plants and Edelweiss flowers. Not very Caribbean. But of course, for St. Barths, we adapt our treatments, and we have a Caribbean inspired treatment using, for example, coconut scrubs or ylang ylang, vanilla, or this kind of more exotic ingredients. So that was all for the hotel. Now, if you take your Minimoke and you drive to 10 minutes drive to the beach, to Saint-Jean, we have our famous GypSea Beach Club that's open since December 2020. One of the most active area of St. Barths. So that's one of the new hotspots on the island since its opening 2.5 years, 3 years ago almost. That has quickly become like a must on the island. So many people don't realize that GypSea Beach Club is actually connected to a hotel, because the hotel is currently called Paris. That's also one of the reasons we're branding. So small map of the focusing on the Saint-Jean Bay. So we're close to the airport, and you can actually see all the small aircraft landing. So very impressive show. We're close to the Eden Rock that you can easily recognize here, very emblematic address of St. Barths. Not far from Nikki Beach, there's also a new beach club next to us. And then we have the new beach houses. So I'm going to tell you more. And the beach club. So very active area with shops, with restaurants, and yeah, very lively district. And on this little drawing here, you can also see our Defender, something I didn't mention. Now we have a shuttle, so that's new starting from this November. We will have a complimentary shuttle between the hotel on the hill and Saint-Jean and the beach club. So that's another selling point for the hotel. So the beach is open to anyone, of course, but if you're a hotel guest, you have a priority reservation, which is very interesting, especially in high season. We cook a lot on the barbecue. So we do fish, but also all types of vegetable meats, lots of barbecue specialties. We have also a water sport corner. So if you want to do, I don't know, sea bobs or stand-up paddle or this kind of things, all available at the beach club. If you stay at the hotel, if you have your guests staying at the hotel, they get their complimentary sun loungers. So it's not booked every day. You need to tell us, you need to tell the concierge, today I'm going to the beach club, so please keep my sun loungers booked for me. Because usually people like to change and try different beaches every day. So a few pictures of the beach club again. Now something very exciting, very new. Actually, I don't have real pictures yet, but I have a few renderings, and I'm going to tell you what I know, because I've seen the construction, but it's not open yet. We are building 4 new villas next to the beach club. We will open these beach houses in November, early November. We'll have the first pictures ready by the end of August, probably. So prime location, just like the beach club, it's next to the beach club. So in a very, as I said before, dynamic district. If you want, I have to tell you that if you're looking for something quiet, remote, romantic, it's not the best choice. You better choose a hotel. This is more like a party atmosphere. Not at night, but during the day. Beachside, of course, with trendy restaurants, bars, and boutiques all around. There will be 4 villas. So one with 1 bedroom, one with 2 bedrooms, and 2 with 3 bedrooms, each one of them with his private pool, and mostly with our 5-star hotel services. So we will include daily breakfast served at the villa. We will have a dedicated housekeeper for the villa, each villa. We will, of course, provide the concierge services, and we will have a dedicated butler for the 4 villas, one for the 4 villas. So here you can see a illustration or something that gives you an idea. So the smallest villa is called Tropical Sunset. It has 1 bedroom and it's directly like on the first row. The 2-bedroom villa is called Bohemian Blue, and it's also on the first row. And the 2 3-bedroom villas are located just behind, but they are built on 2 stories, on 2 floors. And each one of them has his private pool. So I have here a few renderings. The design will be a little bit like the hotel, but maybe with more, a bit more with raw material or natural material, also colorful furniture and pieces of decor, and vintage of furniture. We will have the first pictures by the end of August. Ready for something very interesting for you to know is that we just start to promote these new beach houses, which means that we have availability all throughout the season, including during festive. We have a 2 weeks minimum stay over festive, and the villas are normally booked on a weekly basis. It's our first year, so we'll adjust. We'll see how it goes. We try to do weekly stays, but if you have inquiries for shorter stays, don't hesitate. We'll see. So, collect the full collection of the Maison and Hotel Ciboure properties. So that's it for me, Meg. I think that's an overview of the St. Barths properties. Our news.
Fabulous. Thank you, Mathilde. So exciting.
Thank you. So you let me know
Perfect.
if you have questions after Batu's presentation, I guess.
Yeah, absolutely. We'll save all the questions for the end, but then also to our hosts will be sending you guys their presentations and follow-up emails too. So you'll be sure to get their contact information. Now we are off to visit Batu, who's on site and has the best background there in Canuan. So go for it, Batu.
Hello, everyone. Here in the Grenadines, in this special place, Canuan Island. It's one of those locations that are perceived hard to get, but it's actually not the case. But before I jump in, for the ones who might not know, I just want to give a brief notation on Soho House. We're actually a membership club, and we've focused on F&B. I've been around for 25, 30 years, started in London, and gradually grown into rooms and now have hotels. And 41 houses in our portfolio, with over 20 of them have rooms attached to it, from 20 to 80 rooms in different cases, and expanding to 3 to 4 houses every year. Mexico City is right around the corner. Sao Paulo will have rooms. That's happening in 2024. And our one and only outpost in the Caribbean, Canuan, where we have situated ourselves very strategically, have 40 rooms. So at full capacity, this is an 80 guest hotel. And also the event space and the amenities. It kind of reminds us our rock house in Mykonos with the event space. So in terms of design and feel, it's what's moved over on this end. We have been quite a bit under the radar just because we are a membership club, and we have distanced ourselves from the travel community and travel advisors for some time. Now, with our expansion and trying to find the right balance, we're changing that. And our appearance in LA, Miami, both our European cousins, our North American family, and Ned Line in the same setup was a statement of that. And we're trying to find the right set of clients through the right set of travel advisors, and have that balance between the membership and the non-members who come visit our houses. That being said, a lot of the questions that I have had in our communication in the industry is that commissions, which is a setup that has come back in Soho House, and we're working on it in a very quiet methodology right now. It is only select agencies and select advisors, but it is a direction that we're taking towards that fine balance way, and we want to encourage that travel connections with the industry. So for Canuan's end, I think we're the most open property in terms of engaging with the travel advisors. We want to pilot this setup here on this end, meaning member rates, non-member rates, and friends member rates are all commissionable to start with, and to underline and clarify that. Those bookings would be made directly through our team here on the ground or our reservations team in Miami, which information can be shared with later on, including our experience guide that we have created for this house. Canuan is an interesting bit. I've spent over 7 years now in the Caribbean, mostly in Turks and Caicos, and have moved down to the Grenadines, the Eastern Caribbean, and there is a rugged, rustic charm with this side. It still feels like the old Caribbean, the Robinson Crusoe Caribbean that we have seen in those old cartoons and comic books, where the coconut just falls in right next to you. It doesn't have a logo on it, but you can just ask our landscaping team to husk it open, and it's a very organic feel overall. 70-60% of our produce in what we serve here in this restaurant, in our food and beverage outlets, it's local produce from St. Vincent and the Grenadines. A nice annotation is that the jetty that we have is one of our focal points. Our fishermen comes in on a daily basis with their little colorful boats. And if it's a mahi-mahi they caught today, chef goes out, picks it up, weighs it, and says, okay, it's the mahi-mahi tonight. Sometimes it's the tuna, sometimes it's a barracuda, sometimes it's nothing. And when you're laying down on the beach and saying that, okay, that's the tuna I'm going to have tonight, or you know what, we got to come up something with the local provisions for that evening. But it's something that we really try to keep local and embrace it in everything that we do from food and beverage point of view. In terms of traveler profile, we have been thinking about the brand's, the Canuan House's identity of who does it appeal to? What is the market that it might attract? Yes, there are beautiful locations in the Caribbean. They all have beautiful waters, the turquoise colors, the beaches. But here, I think it's the disconnect. This is an island of 1,500 people. I have been seeing in the past year that I've been with the house that I see a lot of long-staying guests that just want to disconnect. No TVs in the room, and you truly become an islander. You embrace this lifestyle. You go out to the town, which is a very old, rugged, rustic Caribbean feel, you become a part of the town, and we incorporate that in our guest experiences and activities, the town walk, the bicycle tours, going out to that town walk and stopping by at local coffee shops. It's really that full immersive experience of becoming a Canuan Islander during your time. Another thing that I really want to emphasize on is the pool. We have a fantastic kite surfing here, and we're just now identifying those areas. What other pools can there be that would interest traveler profile? So the kite surfing packages. We have the golf on island. That is a very unique setup with Mandarin Oriental and Canuan Estates, which I will tell you about shortly, who we share this island with. But that full retreat disconnect wellness, especially from our members' side, to be leaving their urban areas, urban houses, their crazy lives, that's draining lives, and to come to this island to rejuvenate, and then to reset and to go back to the craziness of the urban areas again. That's really have become our wellness and brand identity for the Canuan House. The transportation bit is another one that we've emphasized on. It's oftentimes perceptions that it's hard to get to Canuan. Yes and no. And the twist that I use is things that are hard to get are worth to get. And you can fly down to Barbados, you can fly down to St. Vincent, you can fly down to St. Lucia and to Grenada within our vicinity. And from there we have puddle jumper flights that we utilize, or we have our resort jets that we share with Mandarin and Canuan Estates that we can accommodate. And that's a game changer for the transportation piece. I also have an aviation guide that shows all these points, and we have developed a concierge team on site that helps with all that flight booking, and we can even include it in the reservations for some of our guests who want to. Then the island bit, we share this island with Mandarin and Canuan Estates, and we have a unique setup here because as Soho House, we manage this property, and it's the ownership of the property is the same as the Mandarin Oriental and the Canuan Estates, which creates a very symbiotic relationship in our operations. We allow Mandarin Oriental guests to utilize our facilities, and Soho Beach House Canuan members and guests can access the Mandarin Oriental or Canuan Estates and beverage outlets. So we become this community that all of a sudden you're staying at Soho House, but can access the pool at Mandarin, or go for lunch, or enjoy a dinner at Lance Kayak, their Italian restaurant in Canuan Estates, or have larger groups stay in a villa in Mandarin and then come down to meet their younger crowd who are more dynamic and want a different kind of experience, who also have rooms here in Soho. So it's this very unique setting, especially when you have groups or small to large groups staying with us. And probably the transportation bit becomes the easiest when you have over 3-4 people, because then that private chartering from the destinations that I just mentioned becomes very easy to facilitate. I think overall, I have covered the bit. I just wanted to create a spark. I didn't want to go too much in details. But for the ones who are interested, I'm happy to jump on a call and share more. But at the end of the day, the message that I want to leave with is that we see this transition in Soho House, and Canuan is leading it with creating and facilitating that relationships within the travel industry with the right contacts and the right clients. And we need clients who understand our membership base and what we stand for with the creative community around the world, and would be able to bring in the business that would not compromise either party's experience. We have the Endless Summer House in the Caribbean in Canuan, and we'll pilot a lot of those initiatives here on this end before they become a common practice for the rest of the group. That's about it on my end. Thank you very much.
Thanks, Batu. I love how casual and islandy your explanation of Soho houses. I mean, I love it so much. We do have a couple of questions, so let's go ahead and get to that. What is the age range for the beach club? I believe this is for you, Mathilde.
Yeah, so it's hard to answer this question, but what I wanted to say is that the hotel, of course, is open to anyone, and we're not the Nikki Beach, so it's not crazy dancing on the table, very loud music. We have music, but it's cool. It's great vibes, and it's not too like champagne shower or these kind of things. We have lots of families. I would say maybe if I have to just to tell you, give you an age, it will be probably 30 to 50. But we welcome children with great pleasure, of course.
Great. The name of the Canuan property, I'm going to type in the answer there, and I did put it in the chat. So it's Soho Beach House Canuan. And we talked a little bit about the membership program. But again, any like specific questions that you have, feel free to send to that JMAK email address. So this, Mark had a couple questions about you about the rooms and suites. So how many total rooms? I guess this is a good question for both of y'all. Are you seasonal? But let's start with the number of rooms.
Okay, should I start? Oh, sorry.
For Canuan, it's we have 40 rooms. They're all beachfront, two-story block rooms, and then there are three types. There's the small room, medium, and medium plus. Both of them are double occupancy. Well, all three of them are double occupancy, and some options to have 2 beds instead of the one emperor-sized king. The medium and the medium plus have a separate living room. So double the size of the small, and it's okay to add a cot bed if needed. But then we have the access to the Mandarin inventory and the Canuan Estates inventory where needed, which is an amazing plus for us.
And what about minimum stays? Do you have any over festive?
7 nights only. We keep it very casual. And that's probably our only minimum night stay requirement for the entire year.
Do you close at any point during the season?
This September, we decided to close. We've been around for the past 2 years, and being a beachfront property in the Caribbean takes a bit of a toll. Although it's a brand new property, it was renovated. It used to be the old Tamarind Beach Hotel that we took over. But we'll close for the month of September, reopen in October. It might be a trend for the upcoming years as well.
Cool. And Mathilde, do you want to touch on, you touched on festive bookings for the villas. Is there a minimum night stay for the hotel?
It's 10 nights at festive at the hotel, and it's 2 weeks at the villas.
Perfect.
And we close also, I didn't mention that we also have closed for the hurricane season. We actually closed on this year on the 20th of August, and we reopen on the 2nd of November.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Okay, so I think that's pretty much all the questions that we had. Thank you both for joining. Once again, we do have your email information, so we will be contacting you. Thanks for participating in this particular webinar. And you know who to reach out to if you have any questions, hi@jmak.com. Thanks, Jacqueline, for joining. I see in the chat. I hope I get to visit one day too. You guys have me dreaming of the beach, and I'm jealous. So I'm sure we all are, aren't we? Thank you so much for joining, everyone, and we'll be in touch.
Thank you.
Take care. Bye-bye.